There is a white powder that costs less than $1 at any hardware store. You sprinkle it on a bathtub stain that has been sitting there for 30 years. You add warm water and walk away. When you come back, the stain is gone. Not faded, not lighter, gone. Yellow discoloration from decades of hard water, dissolved. Rust rings from old faucet drips, erased. Calcium deposits that survived every scrub brush you ever owned, vanished. The bathtub underneath looks exactly like the day it left the factory floor. White, smooth, and untouched. This powder has existed since 1882. It was never banned, it was never recalled, it was never made illegal. It was simply buried. Buried under an avalanche of $15 spray bottles that promise miracles and deliver absolutely nothing. Because a powder that fixes the problem permanently with a single application cannot generate repeat sales. And what cannot generate repeat sales cannot sustain a $200 billion cleaning industry. This is the story of the $1 powder that the cleaning industry prayed you would never find. Welcome to the Rogue Camper. If these stories matter to you, hit the subscribe button. Here, we crack open the vaults that the industry locked shut. The year was 1776, not in Philadelphia, but in Uppsala, Sweden. A pharmaceutical chemist named Carl Wilhelm Scheele was boiling sorrel leaves in a cramped laboratory behind an apothecary shop. Scheele was not wealthy. He was a pharmacy clerk who conducted experiments after hours. That evening, as he reduced the liquid from the sorrel, white crystals began forming at the bottom of his flask. He had just isolated a compound that would later be named oxalic acid. Scheele documented its remarkable ability to dissolve mineral deposits and rust stains on contact. He published his findings, and the scientific community largely ignored them. For over a century, his discovery was buried in dusty academic journals. Then, in 1882, something accidental happened in Indianapolis, Indiana. A chemist named George William Hoffman was cooking a pot of rhubarb for dinner. When he finished, he noticed something impossible. The pot had been tarnished for years, blackened with mineral deposits that no scrubbing could remove. But after cooking rhubarb in it, the pot was gleaming. Hoffman knew immediately that the rhubarb contained something powerful. He isolated the active compound. It was oxalic acid, the exact same substance Scheele had crystallized from sorrel over a century earlier. Hoffman formulated a cleaning powder built entirely around this acid and began selling it in brown paper bags to taverns and saloons. Barkeepers used it to effortlessly polish their brass rails and iron stovetops. He named it after his most loyal customers, Barkeeper's Friend. 140 years later, the exact same chemical formula is still manufactured. Nothing about the chemistry has changed because the powder already worked perfectly in 1882. Now, let me show you why this powder embarrasses every expensive product on the cleaning aisle. When oxalic acid contacts a rust stain, a double displacement reaction occurs at the molecular level. The iron oxide, which is what rust actually is, bonds directly with the oxalate ions from the acid. This creates an entirely new compound called iron oxalate, which is completely water-soluble. It instantly dissolves in water and rinses away as if the stain never existed. The stain does not get pushed around. It does not get masked with a white film. It gets chemically disassembled. This is fundamentally different from what commercial bathroom cleaners do. Most spray bottles on the shelf use surfactants, essentially glorified soap molecules, to loosen surface grime and float it away temporarily. But mineral deposits, rust rings, calcium scale, and hard water stains are not surface grime. They are chemically bonded to the porcelain or fiberglass at a molecular level. Soap cannot break those bonds. No amount of brutal scrubbing can break those bonds. Only a chemical reaction that targets the specific mineral compound can dissolve them permanently. Oxalic acid does exactly that. Research confirms that oxalic acid binds with calcium, iron, and magnesium ions more aggressively than any common household surfactant. It works flawlessly on porcelain, enamel, fiberglass, and ceramic tile without damaging the surface underneath. Here is the question that should keep cleaning company executives awake at night. If a powder that costs less than $1 permanently removes every type of bathtub stain, why is the cleaning aisle 50 feet long? The global household cleaning products market generates over $200 billion in revenue every single year. Massive corporations dominate shelf space in every supermarket. Their entire business model depends on one foundational principle: repeat purchase. Every product on that shelf is engineered to manage your problem, not solve it. A spray that removes surface grime today ensures you need to buy another bottle next month. A foam that temporarily whitens your tub guarantees you will be back in the cleaning aisle within weeks. If any of these products actually eliminated the stain permanently, you would never buy another bottle again. A customer who never comes back generates zero lifetime revenue. Oxalic acid represents an existential threat to this entire model. You cannot charge $15 for a spray bottle when a $1 powder does the job better, faster, and permanently. So, what does the industry do? They don't ban it. They do something far more effective. They ignore it. They flood the market with hundreds of competing products wrapped in bright packaging. They make the cleaning aisle so overwhelming and crowded that a plain container of oxalic acid powder sitting on the bottom shelf becomes invisible. Meanwhile, professional cleaners have known about this powder for decades. Hotel housekeeping departments use oxalic acid solutions to restore bathtubs between guests. Marine restoration crews use it to strip hard mineral deposits from fiberglass boat hulls. Industrial cleaning operations buy it in massive 55-pound bulk bags because absolutely nothing else works as effectively. The professionals know. The industry knows. The only people who were not told are the people paying $15 a bottle for products that barely work. Here is exactly what you do about it. Go to any hardware store. Walk past the cleaning aisle entirely. Find the paint section or the wood restoration section. Look for a container labeled oxalic acid powder or wood bleach. It costs between $1 and $3. Take it home. Step 1. Put on rubber gloves and safety glasses. This is an acid and must be handled with deep respect. Step 2. Mix 2 tablespoons of the powder into 1 quart of warm water in a plastic bucket. Stir until it dissolves completely. Make sure your bathroom is well ventilated. Step 3. Apply the solution to the stained areas of your bathtub using a sponge or a simple spray bottle. Step 4. Let it sit for 10 to 20 minutes. For severe stains built up over decades, let it sit for 30 minutes. Do not scrub. The chemistry does the work for you. The acid is actively disassembling the mineral bonds at the molecular level. Step 5. After the waiting period, rinse the entire surface thoroughly with clean water. Look at your bathtub. The yellow is gone. The rust rings are gone. What you are looking at is the original porcelain surface that has been hiding under those stains for years. Total cost? Less than $1. Total time? Less than 30 minutes. Total scrubbing required? 0. One critical warning. I need to be brutally honest with you. Oxalic acid is a chemical that demands absolute respect. Always wear rubber gloves. Always wear eye protection. Never mix it with bleach or any other cleaning chemical. Keep it away from children and pets, and always rinse surfaces thoroughly after treatment. No exceptions. This is not a toy. It is a powerful tool. Your grandparents knew about this powder. Their generation did not have a 50-foot cleaning aisle telling them what to buy. They had a simple tin of powder under the sink, and their bathtubs were spotless. Then the industry grew, the advertising expanded, and a permanent solution was slowly buried under an empire of repeat purchase products. The powder did not disappear because it failed. It disappeared because it worked too well. But the chemistry did not expire. The formula did not stop working. They just stopped telling you about it. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe and share it right now. Every single share preserves what the industry tried to erase from your memory. The next vault opens soon, and what is inside is even heavier. Stay tuned.